It's Sunday today and I'm doing odd jobs around the garden. For instance, a couple of weeks ago I started bringing in compost into the veg patch part in our backyard. Now, let's see. I done this one and I did this one. And now I've still got to complete this bit, but there is some sorry looking spinach. And there's a nice crop of salad actually. We will eating this, I think this week, with some mashed potatoes and maybe some bacon strips or something like that. The first job I will now be completing is this bit of the veg patch actually. There's some celery-like plant, so I'll check what it is, if it's any good, if we want to keep it or not, or maybe feed it to the chickens. And then I'll again start with removing the weeds. This grass actually came to seed over the past month or two. That's how relatively warm it still is. We had 2 nights of frost, the last 2 nights, and that's about the first frost we've had this winter. So it's a really mild climate here now. That's certainly a change we've seen over the past couple of years. And one of the side effects of the change is also we get more rain. And in combination with our clay soil, that's really poor for the chickens. They're always out in mud with muddy feet. In the past we've tried to remedy that by bringing in wood chips into the chicken, into the chicken coop. Because we have a roofed over area here, but they actually managed to even turn this into mud. As you can see, there's still some chips under the layer area, but this lady amongst others helped to turn everything into mud. And I must say, the 2 biggest mudfoots, it's these 2 ladies.
So I'm gonna fill this. You see, it's not nice anymore, and I'm gonna make a unicorn on it. morning. So I'm at the vegetable garden now, and last time I told you that it's very wet, and I'll show you. You see, it's all very muddy, and there are water puddles there, and we have quite a lot of vegetables in the garden left to eat. Some stuff is rotting away because of the rain, and we are on heavy clay ground, so the soil, the water is not going into the soil, and the weeds are quite there as well, growing, and well, you can't maintain it now because it's so wet and heavy. I'll show you around. So we have one left, and I think we're gonna cook with it next week. This one looks quite good. And of course we have the Swiss chard. You see there's quite a lot of wheat. Well, it have to last till spring. And the pathways are very wet as well. We have some beetroot left here. I think we will harvest that in the spring. They're not big, and we hope that it gets a boost in March, and then we can eat it. This is a mulched bed. We leave it until spring like this. Ah, here are the carrots. Yeah, I told you last time that a lot of carrots are rotting in the ground. You can see it here. You see. Ah, that's so sad. It's so wet. Look. Oh. Here are good ones. We're not sure to harvest it all and store it in the garage or to leave it in the ground. We're not sure what's the best way. Normally we leave it in the ground and we can eat it until spring. Yeah, you can see it over here. It's just blah. These are quite good. I think we have to eat a lot of carrots the next week. That's the best way, I think. Just eat it fast. The leeks are doing well. I'm gonna cook a leek pie out of it this week with some cottage cheese and eggs. Yeah, same problem with the parsnip as with the carrots. They're quite big, but it's so muddy. I don't know, it's not a good winter for the vegetable garden. When it's freezing a little bit and it's dry, everything stores better in the ground, and now you have a lot of mud puddles. You see it over here. Yeah, well, we have to deal with it. So I'm gonna harvest Cavallero Nero for dinner tonight. And I need parsnip as well, but it's in the fridge out of the last harvest. So over here we have the Cavallero Nero. So I'm gonna harvest. Oh, this looks good. It's a strong vegetable, and it lasts during whole winter, and well, It's a really good one to put in your vegetable garden. And it's very healthy. So I'm gonna harvest some and then I'll show you. I'll have to wash it well. Well, maybe this one is for the chickens, you see. But the other ones are quite good. And this is nice to see. This is the purple sprouting broccoli, and you can't buy it in the Netherlands. So we bought it 2 years ago when we were in the UK. And well, it's a really good vegetable for early in the hungry gap, because it's ready in early spring, and that's the period where not a lot of other vegetables are around in the vegetable garden. So yeah, this is nice. You see, it's growing well. I hope we can have a nice harvest out of it in March, April. So I cooked some potatoes with parsnip, and I added the Cavolo Nero a little bit later because the cooking time is a little bit shorter. And then you mash it with a little bit of milk.